All right, so now I'll give you guys a chance to explain your answers in the kind of moments there, Dwayne.
Can you go back down the
Yeah, we're
going to
go back to the first one. Well, let's talk about people. I think this is one of the top ones. Chaos Legion packs supply are too high. I've heard people say, "Oh, like we're supposed to sell out. There's too many of them. These are where all the card prices are going down. We're losing all of our asset values." Are you guys hearing these responses from people as well? Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
What is your response to that kind of accusation or a problem that they're throwing out?
Dwayne.
I've got, yeah, I mean, people say this all the time on my channel, and I feel like every video I do, I try really hard to convey the opportunity here and the fact that this is not a get rich quick scheme. And yet people who showed up in August of 2021 are like, why am I losing value? Why am I not rich yet? And I look, guys, I love you. You're on my channel. You drop the comments. It's just, I really, really want you to see that that's not what this is. And if that was what this is, it would not be sustainable. But because it's a slow and steady, and because you can earn a little bit daily and they seem trivial at first, that is actually sustainable. But you got to be willing to be here for 3 or 4 years, or it's simply not for you.
Yeah. Ashley, what are your thoughts? Chaos Legion pack supply.
I mean, it could be that it's a little high, but I trust the team. They have all the data. So, and if they wanted it to last a year, I think it's probably going to last around 1 year. So
seems like it.
That was their plan. So
these last few weeks, we've sold about 6K packs each week.
Yeah, and we're in a down market. So yeah. I'm hoping if crypto, recovers, I don't know if it will, but I'm hoping that would go up.
Does anyone know?
I do.
Who's got the crystal ball?
I know. I think that people complain when the prices are too low, and they complain when the prices are too high, and you can't have it both ways.
That's a great.
So if you want to get an example of what it will be if it continues to go up, then look at Axie Infinity. You could spend $1,500 to $2,000 for a single breeding Axie less than 6 months ago. And the entire market is bare right now. And you have the opportunity to play a game that you really, really like. And I think the volume of packs that we are seeing allows more people to onboard. And for the record, YGG SPL is not really doing any sort of scholarshiping, because if individuals want to do it, that's great. But there are 2-cent cards out there on the market right now, like 3-cent cards right now. Like you can play, what did you say it was? Like $50, you can play the game. Mm-hmm. And I think what we have all been complaining about in regards to Web3 is that you've got these NFTs out there that are $10, $20, $30,000 that are not worth $10, $20, $30,000. There's no utility in it. And you can actually get cards right now and truly play this game for $50. Like, that allows a lot of people to play. Last year, if you would have looked at this in August, $200 got you nothing. Nothing. You couldn't play.
It got you to bronze 2. It got you to, like, not even bronze 1. Like, seriously,
yeah,
silver
it didn't get you to bronze 1.
$600.
So now you can spend. You literally have the choice. So last year, what we were telling everybody was, you need to go buy singles. You need to go buy singles. You need to go buy singles because you're not going to know. And now it's like, well, you can go buy singles if you want. They're pennies, which is great. But I still, and I know Dwayne has explained this time and time again on his channel, Splinterlands is in itself a burning mechanism, right? You have to have 400 commons to be able, right? It's 400, right?
Yep.
400 commons to max out that common. As time goes on, you max out the common, and then there are 400 or 399 less of those 1-star commons. It in itself, the system allows it to become more valuable. Mm-hmm. And it's a slow drip. If you guys want a hype cycle, you're in the wrong game. Like, this is a game that literally lets anybody who wants to play it.
Yeah.
Like, how can we complain about that?
Right. Well, I think that's part of the problem, right? Is that the team has been clear. We want packs so that new players can actually get into this game. And we want packs for the entire year. Now, I think what happened was there's this huge narrative during that bubble, during that, September, October, where literally everyone's talking about it's going to sell out day one, or at least in week one, or at least 1 month, right? And, obviously that's not the case anymore. And so, even the team got to the point where I think, on the town hall, some of them were saying it's going to sell out real quick. So I think we all built it up in our minds that it was going to be this, hey, if we buy a pack, we're instantly going to be able to flip it a month or two later for $8. We're going to be able to open up these cards and instantly, because all packs are sold out within 1 week, boom, they're going to shoot up in price. And of course, now that we've seen things slow way down, it's the complete inverse of that. And, I think it depends on your perspective, right? If you're mostly in this for the ROI, like you're saying, Dragon, for the investment, then of course right now you're going to be pissed. You're going to be sad. You're going to be, that's what happened to me when I started first investing in Bitcoin. Went straight from $1,000 investment to 500, and I was like, "Oh my freaking gosh, what the heck did I just do with my money?" Right? But for a player, it's like, okay, I feel like as a Krill, even though people give me gifts, like I want a max level silver deck, and I still haven't been able to complete that. So I'm like, kind of also rooting on the other hand as a player. Please let the prices drop even a little bit more for me. But that's just my perspective.
Me too, just for the record.
You know what's interesting though? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dragon.
No, go. I'm just saying I'm rooting for them to go lower too.
Yeah,
because I want the cards. I want the cards.
Yeah.
I want to play for cheap.
You know what I sense though, Luke, is that, and I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. It seems to me that most people don't have that energy that you just threw out there, Luke, where it's like you say you have a confidence that if it went lower, you would get more cards. I think most people are right now refusing to buy them because they've been going lower. And I see it in my comments. And then, but a couple months ago when, such and such card was $15 or $40, or they were like, oh, I got to get it now. And land was $500 and everyone needed to buy it. And I was like, I think I'm going to sell this now. And, and even DEC months before that, in like October of last year, I remember DEC was on like 2 pennies. And I was like, this is not a good idea. And everybody, it's just been constantly this cycle where people, when things are high, the masses are like, no, this is it. You don't get it. And then when things are low, they're like, oh, that's dead and you don't get it. And it's like, no, this is the washing machine. And you need to have the eyes like 4 years down the road where you can dollar cost average into a position because not just because you're dreaming, but because you believe, like I said, it's not just fun, but it's an opportunity, and you actually think there's a future. And if you really believe that, you need to put your money where your mouth is at moments when things go down, because that's when you buy, not when things are flying up.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is, like, if you actually believe in the game and you enjoy it, as you said, for 3 to 4 years, yeah, Chaos Legion might not sell out to the very end of the year. You might not see your assets go up for the entire year. I mean, who knows, right? Like, it could continue down until we hit another big, massive growth. And that's where in my video I said, like, hey, if you don't believe the project's vision, if you don't believe and like where they're going, that's fine. Then, like, yeah, sell it. Go find a team and vision and a game you do enjoy. I'm not mad. Like, that's great. Like, if you don't believe in it, you shouldn't be in this game, right? Because you're probably not going to get that instant rich gratification that, some people are looking for. But if you're waiting for 3 to 4 years, if this game is still alive, there's no way Chaos Legion isn't sold out and the supply is drained and cards are combined. But you have to have that long-term view, right? And that's really hard. I mean, it honestly, like, I have empathy for those people because, like, it's never fun to see your value go down. It's never fun to see that number shrink. And, it's emotional. It's not an easy thing to go through, and I don't think most people are.
But you have
if they're
to
just
have
here
watched,
for the game. Yeah,
you have to have watched the cycle happen once. Like, I was here last June before the cycle took off with Untamed, and watching that is like, wait, this is normal. Like, this is exactly what happened with Untamed. And even if it takes a little longer for it to happen with Chaos Legion, the question you need to be asking yourself is the development team still developing new gameplay? Are they still doing new things? are they, you know what I'm saying? Like, are they still adding value to the game that you're playing? And the answer to, I believe, name one dev team out there, literally name one that is doing a weekly town hall. One, just one.
I've seen a couple, but
every single week.
Yeah, it's probably not as popular and free. I think it might be as frequent, but there's smaller projects.
Like Gala is doing it pretty often. They're pretty good. Axie, which is the biggest, arguably the biggest community out there, you're getting some different streams. You're getting like Axie chat and stuff like that, but you're really not getting very many. Even Peg Axie, and I think that those guys are great in their communication with their base. Even they're not doing it every week. And so even to the point where there's times when we don't get much from the town hall, but they're still willing to come down and share knowledge. So for me, I see the development team, also an experienced development team that knows how to communicate with their user base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're all on the same page as Chaos Legion pack supply is too high, or isn't too high. It's good where it's at least for now, from what we can tell, right? So let's move on